Make kitchen time more productive with these tips. Whether you're a brand new cook or an experienced one, there are plenty of sources of frustration in the kitchen. No matter what your cooking skills are like, little annoyances can make preparing a meal much more stressful. Here are some cooking tips that will help to prepare your meals to go a little more smoothly. Consider recipes to be guidelines rather than rules. Feel free to branch out and switch up the spices or add an extra ingredient. Before long, you will be compiling your own personal collection of altered recipes that are better than the original thing. Not only will you also be able to impress your friends with unique dishes, but you will become a better cook as you experiment with changing recipes. To reduce the fat and calories in a recipe that calls for a lot of mayonnaise, simply replace half the mayonnaise with sour cream. Since mayonnaise serves primarily a textural purpose in many of these recipes, replacing it with similarly textured sour cream gives you the same texture with a lighter, healthier taste. One of the things that you can do if you are cooking cauliflower is to add milk, which will help to brighten your vegetable. This will add to the aesthetic appeal of your food and will also maintain the freshness until you decide to serve it to your friends or family. Make sure you are storing your spices in the right place. Many people store their spices right above their stove or near a light source. To stay fresh, put them in a dry and dark spot that is cool. Humidity can also destroy spices, so keep those several factors in mind. By completing some food preparation ahead of time, you can simplify your cooking process. Look at your recipe ahead of time and draft up a list of what you can do to get ready, but don't risk spoiling any ingredients. Do the prep work the day before. Prepping before you cook can make even advanced recipes fun and accessible. Check what you have at home and bring any new recipes with you when you go to the store. When you have the recipe with you, you'll have a handy list of what you need to buy. If you don't check what you already have, you may end up buying more than you need. If you don't bring the recipe, you may forget something that you won't be able to cook without. Beans or tofu are excellent sources of protein that you may not have yet considered adding to your diet. Both beans and tofu are readily available in most grocery stores. Try pan-frying tofu with some interesting seasonings and you will have a tasty alternative to meat. Likewise, beans cooked with herbs can also be a flavorful dish. To maximize the shelf life of dried spices, store them in a cool, dry place. This will preserve the flavor of the spices, resulting in more flavorful dishes. Do not store them in the cupboard directly above the stove. The heat makes the spices dry out and lose flavor. Here is a cooking tip that will make your life easier on nights and weekends. When cooking, save any sauces left over from cooking by pouring them into ice cube trays. When you need to use the sauce cubes, simply pop them out of the tray and reheat them in a saucepan for a quick sauce without all of the cooking time. There are plenty of things you can do to take the stress out of cooking. Now that you have these tips, you may find you're willing to try cooking something a little more challenging. Thank you for watching another Unstoppable Intellect video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help keep the channel growing. Knowledge is power. Together, we'll make you truly unstoppable.